Welcome to the Critics' Choice Association's In the Conversation. And today we are so excited to be welcoming multi-Grammy Award winner and recording artist, Dua Lipa. Welcome, Dua. You're having such an amazing year. Thanks for making time for us.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm so excited to talk to you.
We're excited to talk to you because when you think of summer 2023, you think of Barbie and you think of Dance the Night, right? That is the summer soundtrack for me, and I think for everybody, really. But
Thank you.
can you take us through the process of writing the song? Because I heard we could have probably been listening to a different song if you didn't go into the recording studio with Mark Ronson and see the actual dance scene. So can you take us through that whole process?
Yeah, well, so basically, when Mark and Greta initially asked me if I was up for doing the dance number, the big dance scene in Barbie, all I had seen was a video of the whole cast in a dance studio doing the routine. So what Mark had already created, like the instrumental for, because they had to record. And so they had the string instrumental behind it, and so I of course said yes, I'm so up for it. Like I love working with Mark, and we've worked together before because we have our song Electricity together as well, and I'm just such a big fan of Greta's, so I was like, I'm so up for it. Just needed to know what the deadline was and when did I have to like send it in for.
Right.
So I quickly, because I was also on tour at the same time, so I had to figure out in between tour legs to go to New York, to go to Mark's studio and write this song. So initially, when I went to the studio, we'd written a song kind of on the basis, well, on the premise of the film and on Barbie. But I think what happened was maybe we were leaning more towards, so the song basically happens on Barbie's best day ever. And then after that, everything, she starts having thoughts about death, and then everything starts going a little bit wrong.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
And I think maybe we were leaning closer lyrically towards the idea of the aftermath and what was coming, instead of like the disco moment and intertwining that with the little thoughts of what if something was to go wrong, how would I manage that kind of thing. So we had to kind of go back in and rewrite the song. We also like redid the verse melody because it just, a new verse melody felt better. But then when we went in to write it, it just flowed so easily. And then we had the visual for it, and I was seeing Margot as Barbie and the whole cast dancing along to it. I was like, wait a second, I think we got to do a little bit more tweaking and a little bit more tailoring to make it fit perfectly. So basically we started writing or annotating kind of the lyrics like a score to make it fit. There was a part where Margot, Barbie, she does a move that's like this, where she's like pointing to the camera and asking them to come along, and I was like, okay, we got to do like come along for the ride here at this part exactly. So we just started putting in little things to connect the lyric to the film, so it can be a song that can, I don't know, just obviously it was made especially for that moment. I've never done anything like that before, so it was a very, very fun experience.
Baby, you can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes, turn the rhythm up, don't you wanna just come along for the ride?
So what I loved about it is you and Mark brought us into that whole experience through your social media. We went in with you behind the scenes and we saw how you were kind of freestyling and you were just listening to the track and coming up with the lyrics. And I thought that was so fascinating. So when you were doing that, did you know at that instant that this was going to be a big hit as it is today?
Oh my gosh, I think you never ever know what the reaction's going to be. I think us being tasked with having to make this big disco pop banger to fit in Barbie's world was where we were heading, and that was just something that we were so focused on doing justice, that it wasn't something that we like. I had no idea that it was going to do so well. But it's also the same. It's like with the film, like we all believed in it. We're all so passionate about the project. We're all, you know, so I don't know, deeply involved, I think emotionally in the whole process, that we love it.
Yes.
And so to see everybody else enjoy it feels really, really special. But you never know. You can never preempt something like that. All you can do is just put everything you've got into a song and just hope for the best and see what happens, and hope that people relate to it, you know, and hope that it gives people, you know, I don't know, a source of optimism and fun, especially just I don't know, I think in the world we just always need moments of fun to get us away from reality, and I think that's what Dance the Night is really about.
Well, I mean, we definitely relate to it. It's kind of like a cultural phenomenon now. It's this big movement. Barbie represents so much to so many different people, especially, you know, it was like a female empowerment film, or it was, you know, a girl's kind of like dream come true to live in a Barbie world and see all of her favorite Barbies there. And you got to experience the Barbie world because you got not only to sing and co-write the song, you got to be Mermaid Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Yeah, I did.
That's pretty incredible. Now, was that an idea that Greta came up with, or did you have the opportunity to kind of choose the Barbie you wanted to be?
No, it was something Greta came up with. She was just like, I would love you to be my mermaid Barbie. And I was like, yes, please. I was like, how quick can I get in a fishtail? I was all over it. I was so excited, and yeah, just to be a part of it, to get to work with Greta and to go and be on the set and spend time there. It was really special. I mean, one of those experiences in your life that you just kind of pinch yourself over after, I don't know, after so long. You just I kind of look back on that and just go, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
How is my life?
For fans of the film or for moviegoers, your song was basically our first taste to what the Barbie movie was going to look like. So that must have had a big, I guess, not pressure, but maybe a little bit of weight on your shoulders, because you were our first glimpse into what Barbie the movie was going to be. When you were on set with them, what was kind of like your feeling and, you know, your reaction to maybe being with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling and just with the cast?
Well, I think there was, like I said, like everybody is so deeply invested in the world of Barbie and so proud to be, you know, a part of something way before anybody knew what it was going to do. There was such I don't know, a real honest and sweet excitement about just kind of being in the room together, getting to do this together, being a part of something that felt special in the room, again with the hopes that, you know, it might do something out there in the world, you know. I think it was just like this infectious energy that was, you know, radiating through the whole cast. And even while me, Andrew, Mark and Caroline were making the song, it's just like we had this real kind of inner child come out in a way that I don't know, that only Barbie could have unlocked in us, maybe in that way. So a real beautiful energy. And I think the way some things are made really shines through in the way people react to it, because you really feel that. And so yeah.
And can you tell me some of your fondest memories with Barbie? Did you play with Barbie?
I played with Barbie a little bit, but my Barbie was very much a experimental Barbie, because I loved to cut her hair and dye it different colors, and just that was my Barbie experience. Like I felt like she was really my my creative outlet. Like I loved to just like cut up her outfit and give her a hairstyle, and, you know, use a Sharpie or whatever color pen at the time to like color her hair in. It was I liked fashion Barbie, I think, in my own head at the time.
You were talking about Greta before, and there was a cameo of her in the video of yours of Dance the
Yeah.
Night. Can you tell me what her reaction was when she first heard your version of Dance the Night?
So Greta would come to the studio while we were in New York, and we were so excited. So we called her and we're like, Greta, come down, and if you have time. She was busy in the editing room finishing off Barbie, and we're like, come down to the studio and come and have a listen. I think we're like, we've got exactly where we want it to be. And she came down, and it was really fun. We'd put like a little seat in the middle of the studio for her, and we'd just let her kind of listen to it on her own while we were sat behind and just waiting to see the reaction. It was just, yeah, I think it was like pretty instant. Like she just felt it. She was like, this is exactly the song that I wanted for this moment. And I remember like a few days after, I think I'd like flown back to London, or I was on my next leg of my tour, and I just got a text from Greta being like, I've listened to this song 100 times on my walk today. I just can't stop listening to it. And she always said from the very beginning how much Barbie was so inspired and influenced by disco, and how she really wanted to create a film that had a soundtrack that was just as strong as as the story, and to have those two parts come together, I think was a dream of hers. And so to have been a part of that is really special, and really just to get to work with her so closely has just been an absolute dream. She's incredible.
Yeah, it's an incredible film, an incredible soundtrack. It's not like it continues to break box office records, and it looks like it's going to take over the Grammys as well. How do you prepare for award season? Because we're in award season right now, and obviously you're going to be very much a part of it. So how are you preparing for all of that's about to come your way?
Well, I don't know how I really prepare for it. I kind of throw myself into it. I think that's really the way that I like to do things. I've spent so much time, in the studio making Dance the Night and working on my new album as well. And so I'm just ready to get out there and just have some fun with it. I think at the end of the day, the music is all about having fun, and I'm ready to get right stuck in.
Yes. Well, we're not tired of listening to the song or hearing it, because you hear it play everywhere. When you do hear it today, does it have a different meaning than when you first recorded it?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think what's really interesting is when I first started writing for Dance the Night, obviously it felt like it was, I had an assignment. I had to embody a character and write the story of Barbie. Whereas now I think, I feel like it's so me at the same time, from the disco influences and the things that I had all throughout Future Nostalgia, that I felt like, I don't know, I just feel so at home at. And I think it just has this real kind of story of resilience, of not letting anything phase you, of exactly kind of just throwing yourself into any situation and just being like, hey, whatever the outcome is what it's supposed to be. And I think going through life with a sense of optimism is the way that I want to go through mine, whatever life throws at me. And so I feel like Dance the Night has just, I don't know, just kind of became like a bit of a mantra for me in my life.
A mantra for everyone. So thank you for that. We are speaking with Dua Lipa. She is multi-Grammy award-winning recording artist. You've got 18 #1 singles, 6 British awards, 3 Grammy awards, and I'm sure so many more to come. Thank you so much for making time for us for our Critics' Choice in the conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.